My name is Richard Essig. I'm Vice President of Corporate Strategy and Business Development for Nolan Financial. We're a boutique financial services firm right outside of Washington, D.C. in Bethesda, Maryland. We're financial wholesalers, so we don't market direct. So we work through financial advisors or insurance producers. I'll share with you quickly the impetus on how we discovered Sales Navigator, and it really started in a 2014 strategy review as an organization. One of the things we looked at over the course of 25 years is what were some of the themes within some of the cases that we closed as an organization. And I think the one thing that stood out predominantly was the strength of the relationship. Always moved the needle in those cases. The key challenge for us then became as an organization, how do we identify those top financial advisors and insurance producers that have that relationship with the institution or the executive that we're looking to do business with. Once we connect with a financial advisor and insurance producer and we go into Sales Navigator, we're able to see if that individual is connected to the institution that we've already identified beforehand and find out if they're connected. And if they are, we simply send them an email to say, hey, you're connected to CEO Joe Smith at Company X. This is an opportunity for a product line that we work with and sell with. And oftentimes that email is met with complete surprise because the first question they always ask is, how the heck did you figure this out? Number one, that this was a good opportunity, and number two, most importantly, how did you find out that I was connected to the CEO or the C-level executive? Traditionally, financial wholesalers would go out to conferences and webinars and they'd speak to different constituents about their products and services, and then the audience would sit there and think, oh, I know somebody that might be befitting for that case that they're talking about. Traditionally, it was a lot of take. It was a lot of, hey, let me take your time, let me educate you, and I'm gonna plug a phone in the wall and I want you to call me when you find that opportunity. Now what we're doing is we're basically turning that whole thing around. What Navigator has allowed us to do is kind of reverse that and basically say, we know where the opportunities are and we're gonna find out how you're connected to that. And so we're sort of shifting that financial wholesaling model. Instead of us waiting for leads to come in, we're proactively going out and delivering those leads. And so what does that do from a value add standpoint? Well, it helps strengthen that relationship because we're giving now. We're not just taking. Since introducing Sales Navigator, because we know who the good targets are, because we're proactively going out and delivering it to those customers, that efficiency has shifted from 25 to over 70% of all of the prospects we're looking at now are really good ones. Results dictate momentum, right? If it works, people want to do more of it. I'm happy to say that over the past 11 months since we've been using Sales Navigator, pipeline increased 2x. Efficiency in terms of good prospects has increased from bad prospects. The good news in terms of revenue is we're actually in the final stages of closing one of the biggest cases in our firm's history, directly as a result of using Sales Navigator. So that's a novel way to add value to your partnership that has never been done before. And I think what stems from that is obviously strengthening that relationship, generating more opportunities, and ultimately, growing and hitting your strategic objectives.